So before we do our presentation, we got Gotham City, and we got all kinds of nonsense here. My progress so far is that we have Upper East Side, we got Fashion District, we got Old Gotham, Diamond District, Narrows, Upper West Side, Chinatown, Tri-Corner, Blackgate Isle, Abode here. So I'm still completing level 1. I think it's level 1. So level 1 is the jigsaw puzzle itself. Level 2 are the islands, and level 3 will be the buildings that I have at the floor here. So it's an exploration game. The game is build the goddamn jigsaw puzzle and explore the map around you. So this will not take long. I don't think it will take long. This is what we had before we had video games. You know, you had to build maps and dioramas. So I'm going to add a few things to this puzzle, some toys, some Batman toys to round out this map so it looks alive with some people in it. So it won't just be the stuff that I have in here. I'll add some things around the diorama. But for now, this is all you can see. Yeah, it's not exactly finished yet. But anyway, let's see. And so this is supposed to be the map, but you know. Also here I have for dinner. This is surf and turf bento. And basically we have salmon and chicken karaage. And we got rice. I'm going to put soy sauce in that. Some vegetables, very flavored, artificially flavored I think sometimes. And some lettuce, cabbage. Anyway, let's go head over. Because we're celebrating an anniversary. At least I'm celebrating an anniversary. And we're going to do a few games on here. But this is a software. Now, the 3DS is almost dead. A couple of games are coming out for it. One is some type of RPG, a new RPG. I forgot what it's called. And then we have I forgot what it's called. I don't know what any of it is called. There are two RPGs. One is a Pokemon style RPG. I can't believe I forgot the name of this damn franchise. But the last game that's coming out is actually, hold on. It's actually Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn for the 3DS. That's going to be the last game, at least the last Nintendo game. Let's see if we can get it not so blurry. So what this is SmileBASIC. Now SmileBASIC came out a couple of years ago. And it basically prolongs the life of the 3DS and new 3DS. It is make your own video games. Now, in the description below is a link to what somebody posted, a 1969 presentation of Pong. And Pong, let me open this up. I'm going to open this up right now. Pong, of course, is 2 paddles and a dot. So basically it's 3 squares. 2 squares, throw 1 square between the 2 squares, and of course you know how tabletop Pong works and how video game Pong works. So what this is SmileBASIC, and basically you make your own projects. This is how you do it. So you have lines of code. You're basically making lines of code. You program it into here. So I'm going to get out of this right now. And we're just going to play a little bit of Pong, if I can do that. This is edit. Basically, these are all the lines of code. All the lines of code. You can't even see it. My stylus goes... Okay, this is the boring part. Let me see if I can get out of this goddamn thing. Can I do that? Can I get out of here? Top menu? Okay, here we go. Top menu takes me the fuck out of there. Browse projects. Let's do that. So we have all the projects down here. So yes, there's 2 games left for the 3DS that are already out for download on the Nintendo eShop. And then Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn will finish the 3DS off. Unless somebody's got some weird ideas to put together. So let's go all the way to the damn bottom of this. Here we go. We'll do ping pong. Now, in the video in the description below, you're going to see Ralph Baer. Ralph Baer is the godfather of video games. If it wasn't for Ralph Baer, we would not have video games today. You would say Nolan Bushnell had Pong in 1972 for the Atari 2600, but he kind of ripped off Ralph Baer, and they had a settlement in court about Pong and stuff like that. So, you know, Pong is officially created in Atari 2600, but Ralph Baer had been the godfather of that. So in the video, which is already there on YouTube, you will see the presentation from 1969, and we're in 2019. So enough history. Let's get on to the game here. This is Pong. If you can see it clearly, I just lost because I'm trying to worry about the focus here. Okay, that's 0 for 2. The game really starts now. I mean, this is as exciting as it gets. That's 2 for 2. I just got to move my fucking paddle. It's like molasses. It's kind of like, I think Alleyway, Arkanoid, they kind of got inspired from Pong. Whereas, like, what if you could play Pong one-handed or one player? That would be Arkanoid. Alleyway, Batty for the ZX Spectrum. This is ridiculous shit. Play a non-blurry game, if it's possible. Bastard's Ass, 2-4. Okay, fuck this game right up the ass. So Pong is basically what you see. It's you know, 2 lines and a dot in between them. So I'm going to go now to Ping Pong 3D. We'll play a 3D version of this. Should I play this in full 3D? Let's see. So what you're seeing here is the weird 3D shit. So actually what it is like the letters are all in weird 3D. Let's just go to regular. Difficulty. How many points to win? 5. Oh, shit. This is a little more exciting. You can see the Pong game within the paddle. Bye-bye. Yeah, so this is a little bit of experimental shit here. We'll do one more game. Let me see. About 5. And then how many points to win? Let's make it 10. So I'm inputting everything on this little virtual keyboard. I would imagine it might be easy to do a version on the Switch. However, you would need a separate keyboard, like a peripheral keyboard for that. Yeah, but Ralph Baer and another guy, Ralph Baer had only so much to use. What he wanted to do was figure out a way to use channel 3 and channel 4, because channel 3 and channel 4 on a television screen didn't have much. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more just for the tradition of 50 years of Pong. So basically, channel 3 and channel 4 were bland. There was nothing to do on them. And he decided to create a square, another square, and a square in between. And from there you have the Atari and the Odyssey and Intellivision. I mean, they were still making electronic games and such. Difficulty, let's go all the way to 13. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go hardcore. Okay. How many points to win? Let's go for 20 points. Let's see if I can get us back in focus. It wants to stay out of focus. Whoa. Well, I'm in for it now. For an AI, it's going to the left a lot. Maybe it's right-handed or whatever the fuck. Hey, look at that. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get out of this shit. Pressing start will get me out of the this nonsense. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you browse samples. Let's see if I can get out of this. Browse samples. So what you have here are different commands. It will say, you know, you have apples and oranges, so it does math. These are tech demos. Let's see what else we got here. We got key drum. Okay, so what this is up here on the upper screen is you have letters like S, D, G, H, J, L, semicolon, question mark, Z, X, Z, V, V, I don't know. So all this will show you how to work this. So I'm going to use this bottom screen and it'll coordinate with up here to show you some tech demo music. See if you can hear it. See if I can hear it. Okay, press start to get out of that. And we have a numbers game, biorhythm, sequencer. Let me see what that is. What is your birthday? So you have stuff like this. I know this is really boring, but this is how video games started. And without video games, I'm gonna go with my brother's birthday. Actually, my twin brothers. So 8, 10. So let me go ahead and input all this in here since very hard to do all this shit, isn't it? Hold on. Go back. 1976. What is your birthday? Air, what is your birthday? All right, fuck this. I already entered it, but it didn't give me shit. Okay, alien. Okay, this is like Space Invaders. You can barely see it. You can barely see the drama on the screen here. It's not a very functioning Space Invaders. It's just basically shoot aliens. All right, that's enough of that. So you can make lines of code. I'm not sure how long you can make a game. I think 2 hours, maybe maximum. You have like thousands of lines of code. Here's another tech demo. Sprite sound. Okay. Let's exit out of this. Let's see. Files. This is all technical stuff. This is how you can make your game. You have to use math. You have to figure out where X, Y, if you know your X, Y, and Z planes in mathematics, that's how you figure out all the games. So it's not just, you know, this is not Super Mario Maker. This is not RPG Maker. You have to go through all this trouble to make a game. So that's why I mean, Super Mario Maker 2 is coming out for the Switch, but this is still superior to this because you have 2D graphics, you have 3D graphics, and this uses the 3DS capability. The 3DS, it uses what I have on here is the Circle Pad Pro, and it uses sensor, it uses the stylus controls, it uses all kinds of shit. So let's see. I'll show you another cheap game. This uses 3D graphics. I'm just gonna piss about. If I die, I die. This kind of reminds me of my sister's Pac-Man game. It was electronic Pac-Man game. It had like blue, green, red graphics. Let's see, RPG. We have an RPG, we have jump. I'll show you that one. That one's pretty straightforward. You have a lot of like asset, you know, regular assets that you can use. This takes place over like 2 screens. Oh shit, I already died. Oh, Jesus. I couldn't even get to the end boss. Talk. Okay, let's get out of this. Let's see. Overworld, Halloween, Tree of Life, Week Challenge, 3D Racing. We could try 3D Racing. Let's try that. Press A. I would assume there's a racing game. Start. Oh, this one. This is so cheap. So the bottom is a map, but here we have this very cheap and ugly... How do I turn? Okay, getting out of that. Back. 3D parkour. Tap screen to begin. This is a 3D kind of cheap polygon puzzle game. Oh, Jesus shit. Oh, I didn't die. Let me see if I can get to that small platform up there. All right, let's get out of this. Had enough of that. Airplane. What is airplane? Oh, airplane simulator. Some of these are like test your patience. Oh, I forget. I died. Okay, well, I don't know what that is. Some of these games, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Alien Attack. Let's go with that. Oh shit. Let me go back. Well, let me see. Let's find a game. I'll show you really quick. Actually, let's show another game. Let's see what I got here. Blow balloon. Okay, this is when I have to use the mic to inflate. So, give me a moment here. I'm going to actually put this close. Okay, and I'm going to show you something else. Let's see. Let me see. Create programs with SmileBASIC. Now, this is the edit screen. Now, if you notice, if I can show you, this is hard to show you, but this is the entire program for that blow game I just showed you. I know it's hard because I had to tilt the, I'm on my phone doing this. But this whole thing here, this is how you make the blow balloon game. And it's using the mic, the 3DS microphone, and you're blowing into the mic to make the red balloon blow up. So all these lines of code is how you make a game. Now, for most people, this is like, what the fuck? Why am I looking at this? But if you're an engineer or if you like mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, this is like a godsend. Like, yeah, this is the, see the here, this is the game. So it shows you how the game works, but it's in like, oh shit. Get me out of this. How the hell did I get out? Oh. Let me try this again. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the fuck out of there. I'm trying to get out of the damn edit, and I couldn't get out. It's like, stop, run, do something else. You know, when you're presenting in front of people, you have to know what to do right away within seconds. Otherwise, everybody starts complaining all the time. Car drive. Let me see that one. Hold Y. Oh, this is shit. Fuck it. Chicken puncher. So it's asking me the file will be loaded. All right. Okay, let's get on with the game. All right. I think you can see that. You may not be able to see it. It's all blurry to me. Okay. Okay, I'm using my thumb down here. Achievement get first kill. Okay, it's a little fist. I couldn't tell what the fuck this was. It's a little fist. So I'm using my thumb to the bottom screen. Okay. So we go back. I'll show you one more time. And these are the lines of code to create Chicken Puncher. All these lines of code to make one little game. And I think there was there were some lines of code that Ralph Baer had to make. I'm going to show you one more game. And this one I like. Top menu, browse projects. I think it's called Givers 3D. I want to show you something really cool. And then I'm going to show you something else. I have a whole bunch of games in here I saved over the years. This is an actual SmileBASIC game made with lines of code. I'm just gonna, if I don't beat this game, that's not the whole point. It looks like fucking Star Fox, doesn't it? Look at this game. But the whole point was to have, there's tech demos, there's full functioning games, there's all kinds of stuff in here. You can make anything, but there's no book, there's no handbook to do SmileBASIC 3DS stuff. Oh shit. I got 2 ships left. Oh shit, again. I have another game with tanks in it. I forgot what it's called. I also have a demake of Splatoon. It's like a Splatoon game, but damn if I remember. Let me see if I have it. I'll show you which one it is. I think it's called Gentry. Gentry. No, back. Let me see if it's in here. Yeah, that's it. This is the demake to Splatoon. This one's very cool. Little cheap graphics, but they make for effect. Let's try 5-set match. Let's go battle. Yes. I can't go battle? Go battle. Go battle. Go battle. We did this before, damn it. Jesus. Let me pause this goddamn game. I'm so sorry about that. Stupid ass me can't figure it out. So the bottom screen's the map. Here's the top screen. So basically, just like Splatoon, you're covering up a screen with the color. I think that's a friend of yours. Oh, there's an enemy. Oh, shit. So just like Splatoon, you know, cover all this up. You got the blue character. Oh, shit. My sister had an Atari 2600 when I was a child. That's how I learned about video games. That and 5-inch floppy disk computers. I think in my kindergarten, first grade days, we had like Coleco type computers where you stuck a plastic disc or some kind of disc into a vertical drive, and you see these colors, slightly, you know, 20 color screens, not monochrome computers, but something above that. That's how I learned about video games. It'll show you how much progress you've made. Five, four, sun, ni, each. Let's see how we did here. Remember, red's my color. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm going to quit that. And once again, I'll show you the lines of code. Let's see. And here it is. Gintrich. This is the entire game in code form. And let's see how many lines of code it takes to do this. Very patient now. I see 300, I see 400, I see a lot of lines of code. This is what it takes to make a video game. We have more advanced software now. I mean, BASIC is primitive, but to make text adventures, you know, where you input just letters, it's like reading a book. You have text adventures and 8-bit games and Atari games. This is what you use. Well, so far I see almost 1,000 lines of code. I mean, it's like a lot of lines of code. To date, there are like, right now, what I'm seeing are 1,054 lines of code. Some of the stuff is in Japanese. So let's get out of this. So these are just a small fraction of a lot of software. Some of this is like Sega Genesis type games. Some of it's like Super Nintendo type of games. 3D graphics, 2D graphics, sensor, non-sensor, stylus, actual, when you use let me show you. When you have the 3D on the 3DS, and when you turn it off, 2D. So you can do all kinds of games. There's no formal manual for the 3DS edition of SmileBASIC. Now, before I close out this video, which was painstaking to do, balancing the 3DS and such, I want to show you the man who created video games, the godfather of video games, or the father of video games, Ralph Baer. Now, this is from Electronic Gaming Monthly number, let me see what number this is. I don't want to get it wrong. 126, okay? So 126, this is a rare, I don't even know if it's been reproduced online. I imagine if you go to the website for Ralph Baer, this article should be in his website. If it's not, it's kind of a shame. But you can go to his website to find out all his information. So here he is working on a toy tank. There's the Odyssey in the background for those of you who are over 40 years old. This is the brown box. This is what he used to make the Pong game. So your Dreamcast, I'm not sure if you can read that, but I'll read it for you. Your Dreamcast, your PlayStation, your Nintendo 64, and very soon the Xbox, because the Xbox was being previewed in this magazine. So your Xbox, all your stuff, descendants of Baer's brown box prototype, which he keeps in his basement, and yes, the thing still works. I'm sure it still does. See those labeled cards pinned on top. Baer uses these labels here. He used these labels to set the unit's switches and flick between the built-in games. So it's like a channel between the and as you can see here, and you'll see in the video in the description below, you'll see the primitive version of Pong. Ralph Baer passed away 5 years ago. I think he was 92. So it's too bad he didn't get to live to see more PS5 and Xbox Cobra or Xbox Squared, whatever it's going to be called. And these are really old stuff here. Really old stuff. Let's see if we can get a better view of it. Yeah, so here we have some of these old toys that go Fairchild Channel F, and some of these go all the way back. So yeah, here's the Pong again. This guy comes up with all kinds of stuff. What he basically is saying in this article is that if you want to acknowledge that the Atari version of Pong came first, that's fine. But understand that the work he did to make sure that that game even existed, that had to lead to the lawsuit between Ralph Baer and Atari.